The holiday season is upon us, so here is my 2020 gift guide for the scuba diver in your life, even if that scuba diver is you. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on and welcome to Divers Ready. My name's James. I want to wish everyone right at the start of this video a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. I hope you have a good one. Thank goodness 2020 is almost done, almost in the bag. It's been hell year for a lot of people. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there, click the little bell icon, and that way you'll never miss any of our future content, because I make videos with one simple goal in mind, and that's to help make you a better scuba diver. Right, two quick things before we dive into my picks for the best gifts for a scuba diver on your list. Number one, this is not a sponsored video by any of the brands I'm about to mention. And number two, if you're interested in any of these products, there are links in the description of this video below where you can check them out in more detail. And in addition, those are affiliate links, so if you make purchases through that, I may earn a small commission at no additional cost to you, and I thank you for supporting our channel. There is a third thing, I suppose. I'm going to quote some prices, which I don't usually do. All prices are in US dollars based on retailers here in the States. Prices may vary where you are. We're going to break down these gifts into price brackets, starting with under $50. Alright, first up, something that I don't go diving without. This is my Kraken Aquatics mesh gear bag. What I love about this bag is that it folds into itself and zips up. So if I'm on the road, if I'm traveling, this goes into my luggage and then it folds out to become a draining mesh gear bag. So when all my gear is sopping wet, when I want to take it to the boat and from the boat, I'm not wheeling luggage onto a dive boat like a complete rookie. This is a fantastic bag. It's got a great build quality. I put this thing through hell and it's still going strong. And I think it retails for around $35, $36. So pretty good price. My book of the year this year is In Oceans Deep by Bill Strever. It's a fantastic dive, pun intended, obviously, into technology and innovation below the ocean and just man's quest to explore the final frontier, which is not up there, it's down there. The paperback version of this was just released. I think it's $14.99. Just a thoroughly good romping read. If you like Bill Bryson, he has that same kind of style in his writing. So thoroughly enjoyed that. Top recommendation for my reading list for 2020. Those of you guys that watched my gloves video recently will know that I have invested in a Bear ExoWear set of gloves. Highly recommended. I also got the Bear ExoWear hood. I don't wear hoods very often when I'm diving, but I'm thinking I'm about to get used to them because I'm going to need one on the sardine run when we do it next year. Both of these are $39.95 and they seem to be really well made and super warm. So definitely a good stocking stuffer or good gift for, you know, the diver in your life. If you want to put a smile on my face, you can always reliably get me any of the Stream to See products. Well, not any, I don't really have much use for the leave-in conditioner, obviously, but yeah. Eco-conscious products, safe for our reefs. I really like their Conscious Explorer kit, which has everything you need for a tropical dive vacation in a cool little canvas bag, and I think that retails for like $25 and change, something like that. Everything you need for a tropical dive vacation. All right, let's move up to the $50 to $150 category. The first thing on my list in that price bracket there would be to get the diver a course, purchase them some e-learning. Now, you're going to need to extract a hint, which hopefully you've been doing through the year, but maybe you could ask them, hey, so, you know, where do you hope your diving is going to take you next? And then go ahead and purchase the e-learning on their behalf and present them with the card with the e-learning login code and all that kind of good stuff. And then you're giving them education. It's not just about material things, it's also about experiences and learning new skills. Maybe it's just me, but I've always thought that a nice safety reel makes an excellent scuba gift for the diver on my lists. This one is a side lock reel from Dive Right. It's actually part of the prize package that we're giving away in the gear maintenance series. Link up above there if you haven't seen that already. I think this one retails for about $149, so it just slides into our price bracket there. But my theory with reels is if you spend money and buy quality, you only have to buy it once rather than buying cheap junk and throwing them away multiple times. So if you've got a diver on your list and you give them one of these, they should be very, very happy. Or maybe you're thinking about getting the diver on your list a light. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Light & Motion solar range. They're a little bit above the 150 mark, but they do have the new Gobi lights, which are about 800 lumens, handheld, beautiful pieces of kit, and you'll get a dollar change out of 150 for one of those. All right, who doesn't love a deal around the holidays? My favorite brand of suits, Bear, and particularly their top end model, the Reactive, are actually on sale right now. They're $269 for the 3mm Reactive suit, which is the suit I'm in 3/4 of the year down here in Florida at least. They're normally $450. I think they're going for like $269 right now. Again, link in the description below. But that is an absolutely top quality wetsuit, and who doesn't like a new suit? Okay, so we know that this year was terrible for travel. Hopefully next year will be better. So what about some new luggage? This is a Pelican Air case, and it's the case that fits all of my dive gear. A complete scuba setup, obviously not the tank, fits into this case, and it's super strong and super protected. I much prefer a hard box like this over a soft piece of luggage because I know my gear isn't going to get crushed. This is the 1605 model, and I think it retails for about $269 if I'm not mistaken. Or what about a new dive computer for the diver on your list? As you know, I give the Computer of the Year award to the Garmin Descent Mark II, but it's $1,500, and who loves anyone that much? What about a cheaper option? What about a recreational option? How about the Shearwater Peregrine coming in at $450? And if you want to see my review of that, it's also linked above. All right, so let's say you want to push the boat out and really splurge this Christmas and treat that someone special in your life. Let's move the category up to $500 to $1,000. Well, I just upgraded ourselves to the Hero 9 GoPro. It's still my preferred action camera for underwater shots and above water because it's so versatile. And this bad boy now does 5K 30. So I will have a video coming out on my channel about underwater settings for the GoPro on the Hero 9 with the 5K. I mean, what else do you want, really? I was able to get the Hero 9 with the battery selection, with the dive housing for just slightly over $500. Or how about a new, almost dropped it. How about a new regulator? This is the Apex XTX50. You guys know it from my rental gear setup video. It's still my favorite regulator. I still don't think there's a better breathing reg on the market than the XTX50. And this one's brand new. Oh, I love the way that new regulators smell, don't you? This one retails for about $599. Or how about a new BCD? How about a new travel BCD? How about the Dive Right Hydrolite? This BCD has won a firm place in my heart. It's supposed to be a travel BCD. I haven't even put it in a suitcase yet. Thanks a lot, COVID. I can't wait to take this thing on the road, but for now, I've been having a hell of a lot of fun diving it here in South Florida. Highly recommended. It retails for $589. So yeah, I think it's the pick of the crop right now. I'm really loving diving this thing. I'm sure if you gave one to the diver on your list, they'd be over the moon too. Full review up there. All right, so this was just a bit of fun. I wanted to share with you guys some of the products that I've enjoyed this year and maybe give you some inspiration for some hints you better start dropping soon, or inspiration for gift ideas for the diver in your life. If you need more inspiration, I highly recommend you check out this video up here from my good friend Mark over at Scuba Diver Magazine. He did a gift guide like this, a lot more comprehensive, and he's got a whole ton of ideas packed into his video, so check that out. I'll be back next week with our year in review video. Of course, we're going to look back at what a crazy year 2020 was, and the content that we put out and the plans we have made that got dashed, and of course everything I'm looking forward to in 2021. But until then, I just want to say a great big thank you to everyone for supporting the channel this year. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating, and I wish nothing but health and happiness for you and your families for the rest of this year into 2021. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, my name's James. This was your Divers Ready gift guide for 2020. Dive safe, dive often.